Loving your child is natural. It feels instinctive, automatic. But here's something few people talk about. Love, when driven by fear, anxiety, and control, can hurt. Yes, too much love can be damaging, and often, that wound isn't noticeable during childhood. It shows up later in adulthood with full force. Well-meaning parents, with genuine intentions to protect, unknowingly create a silent cycle of emotional dependence. What looks like care, becomes a trap. You know that parent who does everything for their child, the one who anticipates every problem, solves every challenge, tries to prevent every frustration. At first glance, it feels like dedication. It looks like affection. But as time passes, that child grows up without learning how to handle real life. They don't learn how to feel frustrated. They don't learn how to fail. They don't learn how to get back up. Because, in truth, they never even fell. Imagine a child who has never heard a firm no, who always gets what they want, who never has to wait, struggle, or negotiate. That child grows up believing the world will treat them the same way. But reality isn't as forgiving. The real world is full of limits, closed doors, disappointments, delays, and rejection. And when this reality hits, the fall is hard. What many parents don't realize is that overprotection sends a silent but powerful message. I don't trust you. Behind every excessive act of care hides this unspoken thought. You can handle this on your own, so I'll do it for you. And even if the child can't process this rationally, emotionally, they absorb the message. They grow up doubting their own ability. They develop fragile self-esteem, a constant fear of making mistakes, an emotional dependence that lingers for years. And there's more. Excessive love blocks the development of responsibility. Kids who never face consequences for their actions, who are never held accountable for their mistakes, become unprepared adults. They turn into people who avoid commitments, who blame others for their failures, who can't handle hearing no. The absence of limits in childhood becomes emotional chaos in adulthood. Many parents believe they're doing what's best when they excuse every mistake, cover up every failure, and shield their kids from every disappointment. But in truth, they are planting the seeds of insecurity, procrastination, low frustration, tolerance, and even anxiety disorders. This isn't just theory. Studies show that children raised in overly protected environments have a higher risk of developing emotional problems like anxiety and depression. Now, before you think the solution is to become cold, distant, or overly strict, let's make something clear. The answer isn't in the opposite extreme. It's not about loving less. It's about loving smarter. True love is the one that comforts, but also teaches, that protects, but also allows the child to face challenges, that offers emotional support, but doesn't steal from the child the chance to develop courage, resilience, and autonomy. It's the kind of love that says, I trust you, that lets the child try, fail, feel frustrated, and learn from it. That stays emotionally available, but doesn't jump in to fix every problem before it even happens. If any part of this video feels like it's speaking directly to you, take a deep breath. This is not about guilt. It's about awareness. It's about realizing that sometimes the best way to love is to let go just enough for them to grow, to allow your child to feel frustration, and be there to support, not to prevent the pain, but to teach them how to face it. Another common trap is parental guilt. Many parents who had tough, emotionally deprived childhoods try to overcompensate by giving too much attention, too many gifts, too much permissiveness, and overprotection. But swinging to the opposite extreme is still a mistake. Your child needs love, but also clear limits, room to fail, and ownership over their own actions. Remember, teaching your child to handle frustration today is giving them emotional strength to face life tomorrow. Saying no with love, encouraging independence, while offering emotional security. Showing that true trust means letting them face the world, knowing you'll always be there for support, but not to solve everything for them. Loving isn't about shielding from all pain. Loving is about strengthening, about preparing, about raising human beings capable of living with emotional health. Mature love doesn't create dependence. It builds emotional freedom. If you feel like you've been breathe. Change begins with awareness. You don't have to get it right every time. You just need to be willing to evolve, for you, and most importantly, for your child. If this content touched you in any way, leave your like, write in the comments what you felt, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today.